Welcome to Euractiv's EU Tweets of the Week. VDL's new titles are a bit of a flop, Tusk Brexit speech is a major mic drop, and Boris Johnson, it appears, can't use a mop. This week we are sponsored by European Sunlight Association. Find out more about them at the end. Although Ursula von der Leyen's commission list still isn't complete, 4 of her future commissioners were anointed with shiny new titles this week. Top of the bill, the controversial Protecting Our European Way of Life became Promoting the European Way of Life, which, as DG Meme says, sounds more like a tourist brochure than a migration portfolio. The general reception was lukewarm at best. Big concessions here, commented Euractiv's Sam Morgan sarcastically. Slow hand clap to the author of this Commission press release, which presents changes to the Commission portfolio names without context or explanation, is unreadable, and gets the new portfolio names wrong and is immediately corrected, tweeted Martini Seltzemeyer. It's amazing. Margarita Schinas spends 3 hours of his life defending his job title in front of 90 MEPs. They all take it very seriously, and now it's simply gone because of a few votes. Looks more erratic than geopolitical to me, said Diego Velázquez. But as MEP assistant added, hearings are a blood sport. In the end, Andrew Gray tweeted, protecting our European way of life, not quite as important as protecting the future European Commission. From incoming Eurocrats to an outgoing one. On Wednesday evening, departing Council President Donald Tusk gave a speech looking back at 2 terms in office. His leitmotif? It's the unity, stupid. His blunt speech received some credit online, with David Herzenhorn giving him the title of Donald the Liberated Lame Duck. Tusk himself admitted, I wouldn't have dared to say this a few months ago, as I could be fired for being too frank, before going on to compare Brexit to a game of football, telling Remainers, don't give up, we're already in extra time, but perhaps it will go to penalties. Twitter user Ken Gray was quick to point out, he's obviously not seen England's record in penalty shootouts over the years. Finally, in more sombre news, Venice is suffering some of the worst floods in its history, and the mayor has called on Italy to declare a state of emergency. Alexander Verbeek pointed out that this was predicted by climate scientists. Floodings in Venice are increasingly more frequent and more extreme, though not everyone was downhearted. This man decided swimming, shirtless, across St. Mark's Square was the appropriate response. There were equally hardy souls in northern England, which was also hit by flooding as the River Don burst its banks. The European Commission announced that it had activated the Copernicus satellite imaging system to produce emergency maps of the flooded region. An account called Bacardi Oakhart joked, not saying it's raining hard in Sheffield, but I've just seen Greta Thunberg go past my house in a yacht holding a sign saying, I told you so. Unfortunately for Boris Johnson, when he eventually showed up to offer support, most of the focus was on his apparent inability to use a mop.
You speed up my work rate, yeah.
This week's episode is supported by the European Sunlight Association. Find out more about the potential health benefits of sunlight and sunbeds by following them online at Eurosunlight. And that's it for another week. Join me again next Friday for more battling and prattling in the Brussels bubble Twittersphere.